on, man. It's SP3
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
This episode of Raw was probably like top 2 for me this year. The only reason it doesn't have the number 1 spot is because The Rock made Cody bleed in the ring. Because that's the best. That's the best episode of Raw. That's like top 5 episodes of Raw. Look at your boy. Look at your boy. Look at your boy, Mama Rose. Look at your boy, Mama Rose. That's the best one. That's my favorite episode of Raw. Probably like all time, top 5.
Yeah. I like when Bray moves around the ring fast.
Yeah.
So the whole that, bro, I love it. I'm done. Do you know what? Wrestling's podcast. I quit. Screw this company. Man said, screw this company. I quit.
Warning. The following views shared on this podcast are the unfiltered expressions of our vibrant personalities. We are here to dissect the pulse-pounding world of pro wrestling, from the epic battles inside the ring to the captivating storylines that keep us hooked. Our discussions may venture into unexpected territories, from questioning the creative direction or analysing the artistry behind the suplexes and submissions. Please understand that we aim to entertain, educate and engage. But please also remember that we are just merely fans and observers, and we are not actual wrestlers, journalists or industry insiders. As we always say, by the Mandem, for the Mandem. Enjoy.
Episode 229, the Wrestling Podcast.
Make fucking noise!
It's been, I say, the month of guests. We've had amazing guests. We've even got another greater guest. Coming from the States.
That's right.
Stateside. Stateside. Where are you from? Where's it? Reference it.
New York, man.
New York, baby!
Harlem.
New York! Sure! Trust me,
Straight outside!
Yo, give me the
The Aki way! My love, beloved, my heart. That's peace. That's peace.
Oh,
That's peace.
fam. Hey, come on, man. It's SP3
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna do that from now on. I think ever since Charlie's thing, yeah, I've had to it's an ongoing thing now, man. So
I love it.
That's how civilians run away in GTA. You know what that reminds me of? Bailey's inflatable.
Too bad.
Hey, bro. It's a pleasure having you here, by the way.
Nah, thanks
Nice,
for having
man.
me,
Obviously, we see you online. You've appeared on the channel a few times. I say Commissioner's Corner. You've been on that, and you've been on Revolution Radio.
Yes.
RIP Revolution Radio. But you've been on there a few times and stuff, and it's you're very knowledgeable. I've even seen you in old Ring of Honor video playback. So, for example, I think there was a match I saw. I forgot what it was, but you was in the front row.
Yeah.
You were there.
Yeah.
So you've seen a lot of stuff.
Yeah. All the Hammerstein Ballroom shows from I want to say 06. Final Battle 06 was the first one I went to, all the way to when Brian left in 2009. And then I came back 2011 to 2019 before AEW started.
Have you still got the hard copy of those tickets?
I have a lot of the hard copy at my mom's crib and my crib, and I got a bunch of the DVDs that I used to be on. Yeah, back in my crib.
Jeez, I'm VHS papi. This is DVD.
Yes, DVD.
Trust me, DVD papi, fam. Hey, lovely man. But yeah, got a lot of stuff to talk about this week. For the regular rituals, full stretch on now, FIFA and VHS papi. To my left.
When I say guap, you say daddy. Guap.
Daddy.
Guap.
Daddy.
Strong star rating, leg drop hating, big back rubbing, Chris Jericho loving, son of your boy Delboy, aka Soldy Lee, aka Riz Jericho, aka Trill Ospreay, aka Pro Guap Tees, aka the Cargill Maniac, aka the Nostalgia Police, aka L.A. Swave, aka I'm not gonna lie, God forgive me if I bust my nine. And to the left we got
The main event liver.
Champagne Sipper,
Big Bat Driller.
Babyface Killer.
We got Laps Wrestling's podcast. We're back again. And to my left, we have...
Oh, you want an intro from Ola? Are you sure? You want an intro from Ola? It's your boy Ola, known as Tamura, known as Tyson Ola, known as the owner of CWH. You might see me in Shoreditch with the click, or you might see me at Loading Bar with the millions.
And millions.
And millions. Of Wresthings fans, if you smell what the Mandem are cooking. And to the left of me, we have...
What's up, people? My name's Max. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac, if you will. You're tuned into another episode of the Wresthings podcast. And
Okay, I feel left out. So it is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3, the new media forbidden door, and the first black Quizzlemania champion.
going.
So I'm happy to be here with y'all.
welcome.
I've got a question for you, man. Obviously, I know you got the podcast True Heel Heat.
Yes.
Bro, who's in your opinion, who's the greatest heel of all time?
Greatest heel of all time. I mean, if you talk about on screen and you talk about off screen, I think it's Vince McMahon. I mean, there's no one unlike him in that time, Attitude Era, being a heel, and then nowadays, everybody hates him and wants him to go to hell. So I think that is kind of being a heel. If you talk about like an in-ring performer, I gotta say Ric Flair. Ric Flair just has that essence of what I remember being a heel when I was a kid to growing up, the suits and everything, the feuds with Dusty Rhodes, Sting, Lex Luger, all that. So Ric Flair, as well as like in-ring performers, that's who I would say is the best.
That's crazy because I'd never actually think of Ric Flair.
No.
Yeah, no,
That's actually
Ric
crazy.
Flair's a big
Why
heel.
not?
Because the Ric Flair, I remember, like, I never saw Ric Flair as a heel like that because he was around, when I was watching wrestling when I grew up, he was around Roddy Piper and Jake the Snake. So them not overshadowed him for me.
Piper's a name.
Do you know what I
up
mean?
there.
Yeah,
It's
Piper's
overshadowed.
up there. Yeah, for sure.
Is Undertaker heel?
No.
Nah.
No.
I mean,
Do the character.
He does. I think he...
I mean, if
think
you
he
want
does
to get
heel
me
things,
started,
innit?
I have a long-standing feud with the Undertaker because I got to live through those Brett Favre years of him not retiring, and that pissed me the hell off. I remember being at WrestleMania 33, and I'm standing in the stands. I was big Roman Reigns fan. This is before I started the True Heel Heat podcast. How we became True Heels in like the WWE setting is that we were the big Roman Reigns fans. We even used to sing Roman, the big dog, Roman. He's so strong. We were singing that during WrestleMania 33 when he versed the Undertaker, and I remember we were so happy when he won because it was a terrible match for sure. But we were so happy when he won, and everybody around us is so depressed. They're crying because they think it's the Undertaker's last night. Wrestling. He does the whole putting the hat and the jacket in the middle of the ring, and then 1 year later, I'm in New Orleans for WrestleMania 34, and we already heard the rumors, and I'm like, he better not come out here. Once I heard the gong, I jetted to this concession stand. I was like, I'm not even watching this. I talked to the bartender. I was like, I can't believe he is back here. I saw people crying because of him. I was cursing. I went back to my seat. I'm cursing him out. I got like an 8-year-old in front of me. The father's like, you're kind of ruining it in front of him. I was like, he's ruining it in front of me. So yeah, the Undertaker's a heel in my eyes.
There you go. I think he's done a lot of stuff, and even the way he like portrays himself, he's a heel, man. I don't know how people look at Undertaker as a good guy.
I mean,
He has heel tendencies, I suppose.
No, he's a heel. What good person dressed like does what he does? Bray Wyatt's a heel. No, see it. I think we look at Undertaker differently because obviously he comes across like a superhero. He saves the day. Yeah. But bro, he's a heel. He's a bad boy. He's a bad guy.
I don't think he's a heel. I think he's definitely somewhere in the middle because Undertaker does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants, and no one can tell him anything.
I say bad boy then.
he's a bad boy.
Relax. You're doing whatever you want, anytime you want, when you shouldn't be. Would you not say you're a bad boy?
Difference is I'm a grown man now, so the game is different now.
All right, so
The
say
rules don't apply to me
you saw somebody embalming someone, because I did see the Undertaker try to embalm Stone Cold Steve Austin. Do you think that's a good person?
Do you think that's
Do you think that's a good thing to do, Max?
Is that a babyface thing to do?
Honestly, is it perfect?
Undertaker's not fake.
What's the difference between
Undertaker's
Undertaker?
a heel.
Yeah, I think it's safe to call him a tweener. He's probably
We can't do tweeners no more.
Okay, cool.
We can't do tweeners no more.
All right, he's a heel.
We can't do it.
He's a heel that we love. Then
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it. He's a heel that people love.
No, I was gonna say something. I don't know if it's stupid, but yeah.
What?
Nah, go on, say it.
I'll say, what's the difference between Sid Vicious and Undertaker, other than the attire? Sid Vicious is the baddest heel throughout.
Sid was shit though.
Huh? No, I don't think.
I
he
mean,
shit.
no,
I don't think
he actually shit himself.
I might disagree. I think Sig was. I think Sig was. It was decent.
He wasn't Undertaker.
Yeah,
put it that way.
It was Undertaker, but in terms of like what he does, his character, what's the difference?
Yeah. I see what you mean.
Cool, man. What's on the menu? What's on the menu? What's on the menu? Let me grab it up. Let me grab it up. Let me grab it up.
Quickly go through Clash.
Oh, yes, you Clash. You were there. How you find it?
That's for Scotland.
Almost to Scotland.
Make some note for the what's it? The newsbreaker.
WrestleMania, the journal.
Trust me, fam. As seen, as per. As per.
Now, big up Chad Gable for the scoop. Yeah, and it's good to hear that Chad Gable's staying in WWE as well.
Yeah, that's good news.
But yeah, other than that, I think it was good. It was a good weekend. I think from SmackDown, I really enjoyed the AJ and Cody promo. I think that is exactly what the whole thing needed. And they touched on, obviously, the real life. Cody runs from wherever he goes. I think AJ hit a lot of kind of good points there. Got us ready for the opening match of the pay-per-view, which was Cody and AJ, which I think was really good. I'm a bit unhappy that they went with the I quit stipulation, because it's just like, if you're going to say I quit and not really quit, then it's like...
Well, maybe
Do you know what we should have done? They should have made AJ Styles actually quit. The announcement was going to come out anyway of him going to Japan. So that would have followed through perfectly.
Yeah,
He would have said, do you know what?
true.
I quit. I'm done. Don't hurt me. I'm done. He leaves. Shit, AJ Styles is gone from WWE. We can't believe it. Have fight for all these. They're dropping. AJ Styles might appear in this place. Then they drop. Bam! Sunday. You see that?
So just
Perfect,
yeah.
bro.
So that was the day after, innit?
Straight after. Yeah.
Yeah. So they could have afforded to make us actually think that his career is on the line. He could have even went TNA after that, after Noah.
That's true.
I still think he will.
Yeah, I mean he might.
I think he might show up at like Slammiversary. Since
When's
it's, like,
when's that?
That's in July in Montreal.
Okay. And he's going Noah what in like mid-July?
July 13th.
13th, yeah. So okay. Could do.
They could have run it, man.
It's like 2 weekends back to back. I mean, they can run what we're saying in theory. They just didn't sell it like that. You see what I mean? They can still do it.
I think maybe they didn't want to do that because essentially they knew that they're going to have Drew McIntyre quit. So having two people quit at the same time wouldn't be... But then I feel like that's good for business.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it's good to say, like, two of our superstars have now quit. So then it's like other people now have to step up. So I think it's... But I guess that's maybe why they didn't do it.
Chad Gable had to quit by force, bruv.
No, he died.
He doesn't. He had to quit. They had to kill him off. They killed him off. Well, next time you see Chad Gable, when's that we'll see him, bro?
Enforced.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll get onto the Wyatt Sick. Is it six?
Six.
Right, we're getting the Wyatt Sick.
Sick for the sickles.
We're going to that. But yeah, Clash Castle. How'd you guys find it in general? I didn't really like it too tough.
It was okay. It was an okay pay-per-view. I think for me, the matches of the night were the AJ, Cody, and Sammy and Gable. Those were my two highlights. What about you guys?
I actually enjoyed the Bailey and Piper Niven match.
That was a good match, but
Piper Niven, she was definitely the star of that match for me. Like, I was very impressed. I definitely became a fan after that match. And then secondly, I think I was very invested in the Drew and Damien Priests match as well. That botch was crazy.
Oh, when Priest went over the top.
Yeah.
But the way he worked it into the match.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Apparently there was apparently there was a problem wrong with the ropes, and the referee kind of like
The referee said the top
showed
was a
it.
bit-
But that was like the first match.
Yeah.
Yeah, to AJ.
that's
So why
what
didn't they get it
Jay-
fixed?
He didn't tell the rest. I don't know.
What's funny about that is people have been like sort of watching on that top rope as well recently. So
What other botch you gonna mention? Because there was a thing in
Ron
there.
Breaker on Raw. Ron Breaker on Raw. Jade Cargill.
Oh, that
on same
yeah.
night. Oh, I can't remember if there was one
No,
more.
the people were saying that. Do you know the Bret Hart spot when they do this the suplex and he goes over the ropes? People were saying that was a botch, but that's not a botch.
No,
They've
that's
been up
not
for
a
time.
botch. No,
They've been up for
that
time
was-
for years, bro. I love that spot as well.
It was most of the bloodline
Bloodline.
Roman Reigns accounts that were saying that.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
yeah,
want to
yeah,
they
yeah.
want to crap on
Yeah,
Cody,
Cody,
any
yeah,
chance
yeah,
they do.
yeah.
So
That's true, you know.
Yeah.
That's true. What's the Bloodline 360 and Bloodline Bloodline Chief Bloodline Chief _ 1111222. But yeah, the Jade stuff, the Jade match was cool.
That shocked me though.
What do you mean in terms of
I did not see that coming.
same?
I think we said last week or 2 weeks ago that yeah, we all predict Jade and Bianca to win,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a triple threat match, and the champions don't have to get pinned. So there's always that possibility, and they invoked the possibility in it.
Yeah, I was enjoying the match until the botch kind of fell. The match fell apart after that because they couldn't get back on their kind of game there. But the finish definitely had everybody on their feet in Scotland with Isla and Alba winning, especially with what's been going on with Alba Fire. She deserved that.
Yeah.
I want to watch that match particularly back on TV because we felt in the arena that when Jade slipped on her way in, like you could visibly see her confidence.
I was gone.
Could you see that on screen as well? Like,
But even before that, even when she was walking to the ring, she was like complete. I don't know, because when I've watched Jade before, she's always smiling. She walks to the ring, but she was completely like
it's
she was
loose
fuming.
face, bro. I told you, when people are entering on championship matches, I'm always watching their face. Because some people can't hide it. Alexa Bliss is one of the worst people for hiding the fact she's about to drop the title to Sasha Banks or whomsoever. She can't hide it. It's all over her face.
And
that she's about
I
to
don't know
lose.
if you guys watch boxing too tough. I asked the same in boxing. I look at Boxer's face. I look, this guy's gonna lose. I think it was, I'm saying this is off talk about AJ and Ruiz, the first one. Bro, AJ didn't look like he was there.
Yeah.
When he walked in the ring, he just looked like he didn't look like he was there.
Yeah.
When he lost, I was like, okay, yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
I knew
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I knew, but yeah, it's the same sort of same sort of thing.
I never used to pay attention to like people's faces before, but it was ROH pay-per-view Aggression.
I know the exact one.
And the thing is, we had no choice but to look at his face because he didn't wear his mask. And I said, this guy's
Was that against Jericho?
Yeah, he did wear his mask.
Claudio.
It was
that's
the
the
first
one.
one. It was the first
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
It was
yeah.
the first one.
Yeah, he was
And it was a good match as well. Yeah, he was.
I remember that. He was vexed.
What I did like though is after the match. The thing is, it can go two ways. It could be kayfabe where Bianca's done this to Jade as in keep your head up, we've lost. But I guess it may have also been a thing of like, you know what, her confidence was shot when she
Lost
messed
her.
up, and it's like keep your head up, like.
Either way, it applies. Yeah, either way, it applies, and
That was nice to see.
it's necessary. That's why I guess they've put them
Put
two
them
together,
together,
innit? But yeah, you could just kind of see she was rattled. Once that happened, she's completely rattled.
It's proper upsetting to see people were happy. Just like,
Well, that she flopped.
yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah, but
It's weird.
I mean, Jade's always had people against her since she was in AEW. That she's a successful black woman like that. Like we see it every week on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith talking to black women. Like it's just something about black women being successful, being confident in themselves. They want to put them down, and it's so weird. It's so weird to me. I don't understand it. I don't understand how people talk about her, and especially since Damien Priests was in the main event and got himself caught up in the ropes. How is that not a bigger deal than Jade's slip on the springboard? I mean, I know that Damien Priest kind of adjusted to it more, and the way that, like you guys said, the way he sold it and made it a part of the matchup was great. Jade didn't have that opportunity. She had much less time in her matchup, especially after the slip. So Jade, she got nothing to worry about. She's going to be successful, but she's still a work in progress. And it's also, I'm going to give some of the reason why people, criticize her in WWE is because Triple H said that whole nonsense at the Fastlane press conference when he was like, Jade didn't have proper training before. They didn't teach her. So that's why she's not here right now. So she's getting ready. So when she comes, she's going to be ready. And then she's having these incidents where, at Backlash, she kind of got lost in the matchup with the Kabuki Warriors. Then this matchup, she has to slip on the springboard. And it's like, did y'all really train her?
Yeah.
Like that's another part of it. And they can't put her in those type of positions either.
I was saying earlier today, do you think, just in regarding her confidence, even the fact that obviously she was on TV in AEW consistently, for 2 years or whatever, then she came over here and then these have obviously said what they said, like, we don't really think you're good enough, put you in the lab for another 6 months or whatever. Wouldn't you think that as well would knock her confidence?
Yeah.
100%.
Because it's like, I've been on TV, I've been wrestling, especially to someone that is not, like, she wasn't a fan or anything like that growing up. So she probably just looked at it in terms of the job. I've been doing this job, and now all of a sudden you don't think I'm good enough at this job, and you want to kind of train me more.
maybe indirectly.
It would knock your confidence, no?
Just like if I went to another club and they were like, and I trained badly, they'd be like, what did you learn at your last club like? To be playing rubbish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, sure.
Yeah.
She don't care. Like, I think she posted a clip after, and she was like a meme, and she was like, "Yeah, I don't care what you guys got to say. I put my glasses on and keep
I hear
moving,
it.
so, yeah.
Bare people slip, man. Loads of people flop on the top, bro.
Bron Breaker slipped the other day on Raw. I ain't seen no one.
He recovered quickly though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he played it off like ain't nothing happened.
You know why Bron Breakker like it recovered because it made sense because it's like Bron Breakker's been playing this angry sort of guy.
Yeah.
So when he took over, he was like, "Oh, for flips, I flopped this. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna pull it now." So
And maybe that's what it is. It's the whole, like we said, Damien as well. He played off his one. He looked like he literally told Drew and the referee, like, leave me here.
Yeah.
Don't get me out of this situation, sort of thing. We'll work with it. But then Jade, like, she slips, and because she was, I guess, going to do a springboard on someone, she slipped, didn't make the jump, and then it's just like you're there. It's like the spotlight comes down on you. No one else is around you, sort of thing. And I guess it's kind of finding the way to get away with those, mishaps when they happen.
how
is what she
would
needs
you
to
have got
do.
away with it? Because I've got an idea, but I don't know if it would make sense if he was in the stadium.
How would you have done it?
I would have cut cameras.
Cut the camera.
No, I mean I would have cut.
The show is over.
Blackout. It's a blackout.
Okay. What I was to say, I didn't finish.
I didn't finish. What's that when Sid said, when he messed up the promo and said, can we do this again? And he goes, we're live, buddy. We're live, pal.
I would have cut the camera to another
Oh,
camera.
you as a producer or you as a... Okay, what would you do as a wrestler then? Because that's what I thought you were asking.
No, as a wrestler.
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you that.
Yeah, I thought you meant as a wrestler.
As a producer, back I would have said cut the cameras to another angle.
Okay, that
So,
would have been
I
a
would have cut
smart
the cameras to
thing to
another
do.
angle. But if I was a producer, if I was a wrestler, I would have sold it as an injury. So like I would have said, "Oh, flip!
Which is what?
This was caused by when Shayna Baszler ran to the ring and she wiped her sweat on the thick." Do you get what I mean?
No, but then also remember, at that moment in time,
Said you go on the rope like.
at that moment in time, you're doing the hot tag. So you feigning an injury, you can't afford to do that because this is your quick sprint that you're having to gain momentum. So
Does that now play a part in the wrestler, your opposition now coming out and doing something just to, for example, I've slipped now. Your opponent should now come in and try and do something.
they're frozen because they're waiting to be hit.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to just recover straight
hard,
away
yeah, it's
and
hard.
then maybe just do like a running crossbody or something.
Bless her, man.
I mean?
She done well.
She'll be all right. I think all she just needs to do is just remember that, okay, cool. Once you make a mistake, the show goes on.
You have to keep going.
Like you still have stuff to do and get the match over and done with. You can't I know it's not easy.
It's
but-
not easy, man. And I think I said before from when she lost her suitcase, her luggage, she looks amazing, man. She looks stunning. I think that probably even like played a part. We said we've lost your luggage before. Our luggage got bashed in. I wanted to go back to London. So you know what I mean? So like,
When Bianca arrived at the
This guy's childish.
I'm gonna throw my laptop. Yeah.
when Bianca arrived at the press
You're so childish, man. Fucking hell, bro.
when Bianca arrived at the press junket on Friday, like she was noticeably pissed off, sort of thing. And we assumed that it's obviously because maybe what happened to Jade. You know, if you're kind of told you're going to do the press thing with your tag team partner, now all of a sudden you've got to do this on yourself, sort of thing. Or maybe she just felt sorry for Jade at the fact that I believe this is the second time this has happened to Jade.
She lost a lot again.
I think she lost it in transit to Saudi Arabia. Was
Swear.
that last month or whatever? So, yeah, me.
What's going on?
Who knows? But it's why they're told to keep their gear in their hand luggage, innit?
Hand luggage, yeah. Even the belt goes in hand luggage.
yeah.
now. I remember Thing was
So-
telling us that. Take.
But yeah, it was just just a bad weekend, didn't it? Just write it off and continue.
Yeah, move on, man. Move on. Cool. Besides that, obviously, we said give our thoughts about Clash. I want to obviously say something I saw online. Claudio Castagnoli played against #FC. I don't know if you guys saw that. There was that. What's the name of the event?
TST.
TST. It's a football event, and
So is this 5-a-side or what?
seven
Seven-a-side. Okay.
7-a-side. You're playing against like legends, celebrities, and like millionaires. So like people that have got bare money, they play in this tournament. And Claudio Castagnoli played in that.
Who's his tag team partner? Jun Kaza.
Jun Kaza! But yeah, he played in that tournament. And it was just nice to see that wrestling representation in that. I think for next year, I think a wrestling promotion should enter their own team into it.
Okay.
It's like a 2-day tournament. So
Where was it held?
In the States. So
Okay.
somewhere, I think in New York.
Oh, right, okay.
I think it's actually in New York. There's bare teams there. Like Pat McAfee scored a banger. So if you get a chance to watch that, check it out. Paulo Di Canio, bruv.
Oh, sure. Nice.
But yeah, it was good to see.
Sticking with Chad Gable.
Yeah.
We all know that he lost his match against Sami Zayn. Well, besides him being dead now, like,
Bear man dead. Was Gunther dead? Gunther dead?
I don't know.
Was it
See,
Gunther?
I wanted to talk about that. Yeah.
So,
Okay, let's look
Wait,
past
let's talk about Chad Gable
Let's talk
first.
about Chad Gable.
Then we'll get to
Oh shit, howdy, yeah. Yeah, where do you think his story goes next? I'm assuming it's gonna have to do with. It goes to howdy.
he's lost Alpha Academy. They left him on Raw.
Yeah.
They left him.
I was disappointed with how that went down. Like, I thought that they've been building it up for what, 2 months ever since WrestleMania. For him to just push him
The payoff
and
would
then
have been
just
more, yeah.
stand there all angry. It got a huge pop, but I thought like he should have just slammed him right then and there. Especially with what happened at the end of the night. Like, you got to have the impactful moment right there. Like him just saying, "Oh, we're done," and leaving him. He's a part of the conspiracy with the Wyatt family, I think. He told him we're done, and then that dude was literally done by the end of the night. I'm just saying.
I mean, the only thing, and I completely agree, because the thing is, Chad Gable and Otis are like long-time friends before WWE. And it's like, I was saying this earlier, like when like you and your mate, if you was to fall out, it doesn't mean you're going to start scrapping and beating the shit out of each other. Like, one of you might just walk away like, I'm disappointed in it. Like, I don't need to fight you, we just don't get on and I'm done. But they haven't told that story on TV. They've told the story of Otis is about to lose it and completely decimate him. And then, like you're saying, they've chosen not to go down that route. So, yeah, it's like they've kind of finished it off one way, even though they were building it, that big moment in another way sort of thing. But, yeah, he's done with the IC title. 5 chances since November.
That's silly, man.
He's had 5 chances and lost every single one. So
He's like Hiroki Goto.
Oh shoot!
What's that perennial loser?
bridesmaid.
So why are we doing this?
Never
Like,
the bride.
why are we do like? What's next? Like, why are we doing this?
I think we know that we're gonna eventually get Chad.
But
Gable
it'll be expired by that time.
What Chad and
How
what
did
is
Otis?
people's names?
Howdy.
Nah, the Creed brothers.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
We know we're
Yeah.
gonna get there. It's just
Oh, so you're saying he's destined for? Because do you know that if he has the Creed brothers on his side, he's not going for he's going for the big thing.
He ain't going for no big thing.
I'm saying that should be the plan, no? bro. If you've lost the Intercontinental title bare times, what's next?
He ain't going for world title when he can't win the IC. How can he go number one title?
I'm saying what you're saying with the Creed brothers. We'll give him that extra. Do you get what I mean? To go up there
To eventually get back round and go for the IC, maybe.
Nah, man, it's expired, man.
The only way I can see Chad Gable going towards the big gold, I'm not going to say big thing, towards the gold, big gold, with the Creed brothers, he has to win the Money in the Bank.
100. That's the only way.
That's the only way I can potentially see it.
But it doesn't have to happen now. It can happen next year.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He can go back round to the IC belt next year or something. Like. Unless it's through Money in the Bank, he ain't just getting a title shot, bro.
I hear it.
Oh, unless he gets a title shot to lose, to just kind of be fed to somebody. But
what Chad to beat Gunther next year. So let's say Gunther eventually wins the world title. Then Chad Gable
why not?
Can dethrone him.
Why not?
Is that what your pen's saying?
Huh?
Is that what your pen is saying?
That's what it says. It might be rubbish though. I don't know if it's working properly.
That is a pencil, fam. That's not a pen. That's a pencil. So who does Sami Zayn eventually lose to then?
Braun
Braun
Breaker.
Breaker.
Braun Breaker?
Yeah.
Braun Breaker's gonna finish.
I like this scene that's kind of coming together. I just don't know. Is it too soon with Breaker? Does Breaker need a mid-card belt? I don't have an opinion. I'm just kind of talking out loud, taking my thoughts out loud. What do you lot think?
They've been really building this whole like path of destruction with him, and he's got ready-made feuds with like Ilya Dragunov. Him and Ilya had a great match 2 weeks ago, so he could feud with him with the Intercontinental Championship. And Sami Zayn is like the prototypical, the perennial underdog, so he's gonna work great with Braun Breaker and his style. And then they've also got Sheamus and Ludwig Kaiser in the mix there.
Kaiser?
Yeah.
Kaiser's promo promo after Raw,
Yeah.
insane.
Kaiser's really good. So I like the whole mid-card scene is kind of filling out right now. That's why I like on Monday Night Raw. But Braun Breaker, I feel, needs the Intercontinental Championship. You gotta kind of cap off
You reckon?
you gotta cap off because they already said, I think WrestleVotes reported that they're very much into this whole build for Braun Breaker right now. So they gotta give him something to kind of cap that off.
I hear it. Like I don't know. I feel like he's just doing so much good stuff right now without title. Like, is it completely necessary? But I guess this is some of the stuff we complain about when someone gets hot. They don't pull the trigger. Yeah. Okay.
When Braun Breaker spits Sami Zayn when he's upside down.
Oh.
Upside down spit, man.
And I feel like if there's anybody to try and contend with Gunther's long reign, it would be
Breaker.
Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
He shouldn't beat it, but I think he should be. I think that should be his aim. I think that should be his mission statement. Like, you came to Raw, you did what you had to do, but I'm now the big dog. I am coming to take your place and eventually loses.
He was the last guy to pin Gunther in NXT.
That's true, NXT.
So,
Yeah.
When they do their face-off, when they're both holding the titles, woo!
I got the title you made famous, basically.
Your pen's better still.
Fountain pen.
Yeah, bro.
It's a fountain pen.
Richardson team.
I say, 6 now. You have
What's that red pen that you have to use in school? The fountain pens.
Yeah, the Barrow. Is that Barrow? Not
No,
Barrow.
it's not Barrow. It's the ink pens. They have to
Like
cartridge.
pin
Cartridge,
yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious, man.
I used to always love getting those, man. Make my signature look all fancy and stuff. You get the squirrel.
Oh, fuck. Hey.
What's that Kanye West lyric? Wrap my curses in curses.
Oh, shit. Oh, bro. Yeah, let's get down to your Wyatt. Let's get down to Wyatt.
Why me? It's the next.
What?
You said that you
Okay,
had
it's
invested.
me. Let's talk.
Let's talk about it. How do you feel about it, bro?
I thought it was very well done. It was probably one of the best one shots that they've done, like following the whole camera down the door into the backstage area, seeing all the dead bodies around. It was great. I thought it was a great horror film. My only worry is that my hope is that this is not the peak of the act. That's what I've all been on when they've been building up to it with the QR codes. I thought that was well done, and this was so great and impactful. This episode of Raw was probably top 2 for me this year. The only reason it doesn't have the number 1 spot is because The Rock made Cody bleed in the ring, because that's the best. That's the best episode of Raw. That's top 5 episodes of Raw. Look at your boy. Look at your boy, Mama Rose. Look at your boy, Mama Rose. That's the best one. That's my favorite episode of Raw, probably all time, top 5. But this was second for this year for sure, because you had Seth returning, you had Alpha Academy breaking up, you had Drew quitting, you got Braun Breaker going for the Intercontinental Championship, and then they ended off with the Wyatt Sick6. And I love how it was done. Nikki Cross, one of the best actors in WWE today. The character range from Sanity Nikki to Happy Go Lucky Nikki with Alexa Bliss to Nikki ASH to the and now she's playing Sister Abigail. She has so great character range.
Yes.
Abby the Witch.
What going for thingy? What's her name?
Alexa
Bliss.
She's not a bad.
I hope she's not involved in this.
I don't think she needs
We don't need that rerun again.
I think they done well of not without calling it the Wyatt 6 rather than the Wyatt. Yeah, it's good. It's good that they call it that. So.
The 6th is probably Bray.
Yeah, in spirit.
Because Bray was gonna be there. If,
Bray was
when
the
it
lantern
anyway.
Had the lantern and the gloves. Didn't it?
Yeah, so maybe that's the
He said
representation.
the lantern is brilliant.
I didn't say that, no, the spirit of praise in the lantern.
A part of me was thinking that if Kevin Dunn was still in WWE, how would they film this? They would have shown.
It's going everywhere.
They would have shown Gable would have been shaking.
Do you know what's funny? Yeah, it was funny because when I was watching it back, yeah, it was when they cut to Chad Gable, yeah, and the audience was like, oh! I said, no, this is Nollywood. I said, oh, they were upset. They said Chad Gable's gone. Fuck,
He was dead.
Wasn't it him that they showed, you know?
Yeah,
what I mean.
he was the only
The
clear
clear
shot.
one.
I think I saw Gunther was laid on top
Gunther,
of.
Carmelo Hayes, and-
No, that's the black guy with braids. You can't do that. You can't do that. That was not Carmelo. That was some other nigga with braids. Yo, someone told me that too. I was like, that's a nigga with braids. That's not Carmelo Hayes.
Who has braids now?
No, it was some random. I think it was some
Local
random
talent,
person
local
that was.
talent,
Yeah.
How did local talent get that far?
Into gorilla.
Someone said it's so Bruce
security
Pritchard.
to come and carry the dead body.
No, I saw someone say they saw Bruce Pritchard, they saw Triple H, they saw Cody Rhodes. I was like, where did y'all see all these people?
I can't lie, I thought I saw Triple H topless, I'll be real. I thought I saw Triple H. I was like, he's dedicated to the grift.
People said they saw Triple H. Triple H tweeted after Raw the usual, "Oh, thanks, a great show." Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what type of leader are you? He got a picture of Bray Wyatt was his first post. I was like, you don't care? You had like half of your roster killed.
The camera crew, bro, everyone.
So this is my thing, yeah, and I think I saw is it Ibu from Wrestle Purist. Big up him. He was like, it's like, how far can they take this now? Because ultimately, this all happened on the show. Like, for instance, and it depends how picky we want to go. They done Raw Talk afterwards. In my opinion, should have scrapped Raw Talk.
Yeah.
You know, something serious has just happened, ladies and gentlemen, blah, blah, blah. We're trying to get the place under our thing. Yeah, there shouldn't be Raw Talk. You get, like, I think Ibu said in his tweet or something online, like, are they going to address, do these people have contracts? Are they wrestlers? Like, is security going to be heightened for NXT and SmackDown? Like, you know, what's it? How far can we really go with this? If this is what we're gonna tell, you see what I mean?
Yeah. My main thing is they have to do it on both brands. They gotta address it on SmackDown, and they gotta attack people on SmackDown too. Like they can't just be isolated to Monday Night Raw. If you're gonna make them this big threat, they gotta attack people on SmackDown. There's gotta be weird stuff going on. Don't get rid of the glitches and the QR codes, because I thought that was one of the things that they made a mistake on with Bray when he did his last return. That they didn't do any more QR codes. It was just, Bray did a regular promo when he came back. It was a great promo, but he talked more as like Wyndham Rotunda when he came back, not as Bray Wyatt, and he stopped being that threat. And then he was just feuding with LA Knight after a few weeks. They got to make it like they're a threat to the entire WWE. And Nick Aldis should be like backstage with a superstar meeting on the beginning of SmackDown. Like, we have heightened security. I don't know what happened on Raw, but we're not going to have it happen here.
Yeah, this is it. Like, otherwise, it's like the plot holes start appearing. I was thinking like this 100% needs a timeline.
Yeah,
like this needs to be like 18 months of pure chaos and whatever they're trying to tell us in terms of story, and then it's done. Like, they have to go. Almost like a film within WWE, like, because these men can't be Wyatt Sick6, open-ended forever. We can't be here WrestleMania 42 and we've still got a Wyatt Sick6 problem. Like, why haven't we solved
that's my
this?
issue. That's what my issue is. It's what's the actual end goal? Are we trying to emulate a horror story, or where does the wrestling come into this?
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the debut. It was good to see. I'm happy all these guys are back. I'm specifically happy for Bo Dallas.
Yeah.
Because I've always enjoyed his work, whether it be Bo Leave, whether it be with the Social Outcast. I've always enjoyed him as a character.
Mr. Raj.
Mr. Raj as well.
Cold.
It's so now he's kind of like at the forefront of something. I want it to kind of make sense. I don't want it to just purely be like scary, spooky shit. Like I feel like they need to unmask. I don't feel like
that's what I was gonna say to you.
Yeah.
I feel like the next.
There needs to be like a human element to it. Otherwise, it's just gonna be.
I feel like the next. I think the next part of the story
It's gonna be Michael
is
Jackson Ghost.
The next part of the story is. If you played the Nintendo Wii, if you played Just Dance Nintendo Wii, that song is hard, you know. Not even think, but not enough me. Tell me, are you just the jealousy? Hey, banger. But I think the next part of, say, the mission or the next part of the story should be the mask. Who are the people behind this mask? Behind these masks? Yeah. That's what we need to find out next. And I think the whole investigation thing should definitely happen in like where SmackDown like Adam Pearce is like, oh bro, or not Nick Aldis is like, yeah, something happened, blah blah blah. Yes, just look into it. Then I think we should have these guys coming as normal. You know what I mean? Like maybe Nikki Cross walks backstage and like, wait. Do you see it?
Depending on the story they are trying to tell,
there should be like two. There should be okay. For example, there's Nikki Cross, then there's someone else. They're just appearing randomly backstage, but as their normal gear. But when it turns on, it turns on. They're like, shit. Wait.
I see your vision.
So split personality.
Yes, I think it should play onto that. Even Bo Dallas should be there sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I was even seeing apparently like for the past couple months, there's been.
No, I was gonna say if that's the case, then these people should have been coming in then to lead to this moment of their.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to.
And then as don't get me wrong, I enjoyed seeing people get dropped off straight away. But if we had maybe a month or so where people are just getting dropped off one by one and we're not sure what the entity is, and then maybe certain wrestlers matches, so maybe every Chad Gable match, we've got a QR code or we've got some sort of message that's coming up on the screen where it's like, I told you. Or something like that, just to kind of give you the Easter eggs. Because I know, give it 2 years, someone's gonna give us a whole thread on Twitter, the lore of Wyatt Sick6, and it's gonna literally tell you everything. At 2 minutes 37 seconds of Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn, Chad Gable done a suplex. And you guys during that suplex, a QR code came up at the bottom, and when you scan that QR code, what came up? It was blood on it.
I think somebody went and showed one of the two of the QR codes. One had CG.
Oh
in
yeah,
it.
thank you.
Yeah, and then it said, you used to say thank you, and you don't do that anymore.
I clocked that one today, and my jaw's on the ground. Because it's true.
Send me that, please.
Oh, when I'll find it again, I'll send it to you. Yeah, he said you used to say you stopped saying thank you.
Something along those lines.
Thank you and shoosh and everything. He stopped.
I was gonna say there's some guy used to post up. I don't know if it's the same account, but Uncle Howdy has been at these shows for months.
Yeah, apparently he was in
Have
the
you seen
show
it?
earlier.
Bro, he was standing there like
Uncle
that.
Howdy or Bo?
Uncle Howdy.
As in dressed.
Yes.
Real Uncle Howdy or
yes,
maybe
he's
Uncle Howdy.
Bro, there was a shot they showed
Backstage.
This
or...
was like last month. This was
Are you sure this hasn't been doctored in now?
Yes.
I showed it's not family.
Sure.
Huh? No. It's actually no. Bro, the guy was standing on stage. He was near the stage. So there was a thing where shot from Raw was far out. This was like King of the Ring times, and Uncle Howdy was just standing like that, just watching the match. He's literally next to the stage. Then there's another shot of him standing in the
where the fans are.
Where the fans are, but you see the little exit part.
Yeah.
He was standing there as well. So he's been there, and I think there was even a QR code saying, "What was it? I'm around" or something like that. One of them was like, I'm around or I'm here." So I'm here for the ride, man.
I like how they did it also with Drew quitting, and then they showed him and Triple H in the gorilla position.
Intentional.
So you could see, how the regular gorilla position looked. So then when they cut to that, and then you see the light go out, and it gives you a little bit of light, that was perfectly shot.
We've been seeing, we've been seeing, obviously, with these long tracking shots these days, people walking through gorilla, but it's just like from point A to point B, and they're walking through. They made a point of having the Triple H interaction, the what's that guy's name? The other GM, Adam Pearce. They had that interaction all backstage in Gorilla, so everyone watching can get a good view of what this place should look like on a regular day. Yeah. And then the minute they had done that, we never saw Gorilla for the rest of the show. So they're probably now prepping what the chaos is gonna look like for the an hour between the Drew part and the end of the show. And then we obviously saw it looking mad afterwards.
No, it was great, man. Definitely.
The only thing I hope from this is I don't think it needs to be necessarily supernatural. It doesn't need to be supernatural.
I think we're missing that wrestling though.
I believe that.
There is a void.
No, there's a void.
Lloyd,
there's a void to be filled.
Lloyd,
I love my. It was M Night Shyamalan. I love that shit. But I think if it's done,
I think it would be more.
I think if it's done scarily, the cult stuff.
Word.
I don't mind that.
Horror is fine.
Yeah. What horror are you talking about?
Give us horror.
What sort of genre horror are you talking about?
Gore.
I don't like gore.
Whatever.
I don't like gore.
It's for the masses.
I want paranormal activities. I want someone to be wrestling the last turn off. I can't understand there. That's someone called Undertaker. That's someone Papa Shango. That's someone Kamala.
Papa Shango is the 6th member.
I'm being silly. But I feel like there's still a place for that stuff in wrestling.
I feel like if you want
That's
that, you should go watch Karishka or something like that. Go watch
I don't do that, man. Come on, man.
watch
Wrestling can be fun. Wrestling can be fun.
wrestling can
Wrestling
be
can be
that,
romantic.
but-
Can be scary.
No,
Let's give it to me all.
It can be that, but then if it's not executed well, we don't need it.
But we don't know if it's going to be executed well. We have to wait and
Yeah,
see.
we're only at day one, innit?
But even with some of the spooky stuff that, like, respect to Bray, but a lot of the stuff that he's done hasn't hit.
Like, well, last
His last
but
run
we know the
didn't-
reason why.
No,
we know the reason why, because obviously
we know.
the
But
documentary
even prior to that, a lot of the stuff that he was doing before, outside of the Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family's debut, a lot of the stuff they did was miss.
But that's with the whole.
Now I'm assuming now, obviously they've got a new production
Yeah,
team,
yeah,
so
yeah.
things might be better. I can only go based on what I've seen before.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can only go based on how I've been hurt, not based on my future. So
But yeah, look, I'd see this. Let's see what happens. I'm here for the ride. It's nice to see everyone, like, you know, them guys get their TV time as well. Hope Dexter Lumis is behind one of those masks.
He is.
He is. I
Yeah.
think he's Mercy the Buzzer.
Mercy,
Yeah, he's
And
Mercy the Buzzer.
Eric Rowan was, because that guy looked, that guy,
Rambling
that
Rabbit.
guy does not look like Eric Rowan. I'm sorry.
Because of the sleeve.
Huh? Bro, he looked smaller, bro.
Shriveled.
Yeah, bro. But,
Last thing, yeah. Did you man clock like the what's the word? What's the word? When there's like everyone is similar in a sort of way. I've forgotten the word.
what?
John Kaza.
Let's talk about AEW.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You know when
The formation,
no, it's like
when everyone is similar.
yeah, in a way like there's
Similar?
no
The similarities?
No, it's not. That's not the word, bro.
No, it's explain. Give us like, come on, man. If this was a spelling bee, you'd have to.
There's a connotation between all of them.
In what sense, though? Is like a meaning behind.
Oh, you mean like there's basically some
Everyone's
type of
got a
relation between them?
There's a
Correlation.
correlation.
There we go.
Yeah.
In what sense, though?
all of them.
So you're on bad for this. You know? You're just college, man. You're bad, you know. Don't worry. We're gonna give a Tuesday device of this.
Don't even say anything.
We're gonna sell today.
Just if that really was Carmelo Hayes, and that was Gunther and that was Chad Gable, I think the correlation between all of them is that they have pushed away family, or they've turned on someone that was close to them. So that's the reason as to why the Wyatt Sick6 are going after them.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Have
So
I
you're trying
landed?
to say Jigsaw? Chad
All
Gable.
a plot. It's
I
all
saw
a plot.
you.
And yeah, they I did see Dom. Dom is another one.
Apparently,
Yeah,
yeah,
so Dom was one of the bodies. Yeah.
So this is a spiritual. It's not real. It's in the spiritual realm. I don't. But so what I was trying to say is that the Wyatt Sick6 have basically shown who they're going after, but they've killed them off to show that these are the guys are coming after, but they're not dead in real life. Does that make sense? No, does that make sense?
No, he's trying to say that these are all the reason that they attack these people is because they all
Done
turned
bad
against
things.
the
But I'm
person
saying-
that was
that's it.
family to them.
That's
Like
it.
That's the
Gunther
correlation.
turned on Giovanni
correlation.
Vinci. Carmelo turned on Trick.
Yeah.
Chad
And
turned
Rey
on the
Mysterio
Alpha
turned on his
Academy.
dad, yeah.
Dom turned on his father.
His dad, yeah.
And all the people on the Wyatt Sick6 have had people like kind of shoot them away, or there was a part of something before,
And they're coming together to now
but
be a
now
family.
they're...
Yeah.
So it wasn't a dreamland.
It wasn't the Hardy compound.
Let me-
It wasn't the Hardy compound.
I want to boot. But do you know what I'm trying to say though? But the Tom G thing, just forget that. Hello?
So wait,
Hello?
Let's answer this phone.
Oh, fuck.
And I do love Joe Gacy as Huskus the Pig. That was probably the best choice outside of Nikki as Abby the Witch. Him as Huskus the Pig, because that was his sleeve, 100%.
Yeah.
That was definitely Joe Gacy. So I like
Yeah,
that.
I think we're saying like there probably needs to be an element of how did these guys come together? What is their like common denominator? Why they're all friends or whatever the case is. But yeah, it's going to be interesting once you start seeing who they're targeting and stuff like that. I think they're going to tell a story of like this heal and hurt thing, maybe some grief and but
I don't think there'll be any healing.
Well,
Everybody is getting
it
hurt.
could be. It could be like they flogged someone so bad, like Chad Gable,
Yeah.
that he realizes, I've done bad to my family. Let me go back. Let me kind of ask for forgiveness. So remember how Bray used to
Turn people heel.
Yeah,
Turn in the face.
Yeah.
like something like that, like the opposite kind of thing. Like this is how they're dealing with the grief of Bray. They're fucking people up, but then them people are coming to their senses.
That's man, I'm gonna beat you. So I'm gonna beat you.
Like,
I'm gonna beat you. Think straight.
it's speculation, innit? We'll wait and see, but.
Just a quick question.
Just don't go after any belts, I beg. I don't need to see Joe Gacy chasing US title or anything like that.
Until he
Can't lie, a Joe Gacy Intercontinental title run, I'll be there.
That's fine. So will I. But not while he's dressed as a bunny rabbit or anything else or a pig.
Remind me quickly, yeah. Joe Gacy.
Schism. He was with
Schism.
But Schism didn't kick him away. He didn't. Schism just
He kicked them away.
kicked
in
them
a
away.
sense.
yeah.
So
So he
Dexter
should.
Loomis was with.
So shouldn't
Johnny
they be
Gargano
killing
and
Joe
that.
Gacy?
No, but he's got no
No,
family
but
left, innit?
he got kicked. I see.
He kicked them away.
Yeah.
So technically, they should be turned on Joe Gacy. So
These are basically loners all coming together.
Yeah.
To
So why isn't? Okay, forget it.
No,
We'll see, innit? We'll see.
quickly go on.
No, it's fine.
I don't be shy, man. Come on, we're all friends here, man. Come on.
If he says anything, Doomsday Device after.
He would do it. Like I said, fuck lethal. The question I want to quickly ask you guys: what was the actual premise behind Uncle Howdy in the first place?
Brilliant.
Like, did you actually
He
get a
was
understanding of his
on the
mission statement?
documentary? He said that Uncle Howdy was based off a character that Bo and Bray wrote when they were younger, and it's from their uncle or something like that. Based on their uncle or something like that, and it was just meant to be.
But did you see what else Bray said though?
What?
He said something along the lines of the beauty of it is I don't know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Did Bray say that in the documentary?
on documentary.
He said something very similar to that on the documentary. He's like, the beauty of it is almost like I don't know what Howdy's gonna do next. Like it's just.
But is that a thing where he's trying to sell? Because obviously, when Uncle Howdy got introduced to us, it was a thing where it was like he was talking to Bray and telling Bray, "I know who you are.
You actually are.
You're not this person. You're trying to make it out like you're trying to make it out like you're this nice person, but you're a bad guy. You're an evil guy." Okay. I think he was trying to play on that sort of character. That's why he said, "I don't know what he's gonna do next."
Maybe.
So, but was the intent for Uncle Howdy and Bray to then feud with each other? I didn't say that. I feud with each other because at one point they ended up coming together to attack. So,
I was
LA
LA Knight.
No, it wasn't LA Knight. It was them niggas. What's them niggas called?
Street Profits. And
No, Hit Row.
Hit Row. That's it. Hit Row. Them niggas. Yeah.
That was the last.
Yeah, that was
song, yeah.
But that's
like I legit couldn't tell you what Uncle Howdy's premise, like what is he meant to be doing.
I thought it was gonna be feuding at first because
that's what I initially thought.
I thought it was feuding. Yeah.
All I know is he just walks
when he first came out,
like
he was scary though. When he first came on TV, he was scary with the tear in his eye.
What?
Dell touched on this earlier, yeah, and I mean this with all due respect, but
Oh no!
Listen, I've been quiet for a long time. You don't know how I feel about Bray in it. Like I love the Fiend, in fact, and his packaging and everything like that. But I've got a lot to say about Bray when the time is right. It's clearly still not right, but respectfully, yeah.
I mean, if y'all gonna give me, I'll be the one to say it. Bray Wyatt was very creative. He was very innovative. He had a lot of great stories in his head. And then the bell rang. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think that Bray Wyatt, I've said it once, I will say it again. I'm sorry if it's too soon, but Bray Wyatt is the greatest and then the bell rang wrestler of all time.
He has a handful of really good outings, but I think it's nothing more than one handful.
I like when Bray moves around the ring fast.
Yeah.
So the whole that, bro, I love it. I'm done. Do you know? Wrestling's podcast. I quit.
Screw this company. Man said, screw this company. I quit.
Screw this company.
What I'm gonna say, yeah.
What 2K did Bray do that in?
Oh my gosh, guys, man.
Man, I've been moving like Missy Elliott.
It's my window. I can stand.
yo, I know you're coming from, man. Thank you. Oh my God. Listen, I'm joining True Who Heat. I'm moving. I'm opening the forbidden door. Come on, man. Let's do it, man. We'll see more than next, bro.
No, I get what you mean, though.
Flip's sake, man.
What I was gonna say, I think respectfully, and I really do mean this. This could potentially be a very good thing that Bray isn't in control of this story.
Yeah.
Because like you were saying,
That was the problem
he
we had
often
last
had
time.
loads of ideas. Obviously, Vince was there as well, and that's another hurdle. But nothing really hit
It's too creative for
because it's
good.
maybe too creative for his own good. Now it's
Actually,
like
said that.
other people are executing at least some of his story. Like this actually might be good for his legacy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
As opposed to another kind of we enter this and it's like where are we going from here?
I think they'll do a madness of it. If they could definitely do a madness.
If they commit to doing
yeah,
this
they
properly.
could definitely do a madness of this. This could be the highlight of a bi-week. Like, so what's a month? Like when there's 2 months, after 2 months. I think it should appear like, I think the scary shit should happen every 2 months. As in a big scary thing like what we had on Monday Night Raw. That should happen every 2 months. But in terms of like month to month, it should be like a slow burner where it's like, oh shit, we ain't seen these guys in time when they're gonna appear. Then they appear, then the scary shit happens in 2
So
months.
they just appear sporadically.
No, so I'm saying no, they appear in the show, gonna be in the show, but I think every 2 months, a grand thing
something.
that what we had on Raw should happen. We shouldn't be getting it all the time.
So when does the wrestling start?
We'll get there.
And at some
Good
point,
question.
at
Good
some
question.
point, at some point, the more you do the like, okay, cool, they've killed off maybe 4 or 5 people. In 2 months' time, they're gonna kill off another 4 or 5 people.
There'll be no one
At
left.
what point do we say enough is enough? At what point do we now say, listen, we have to lock down this arena? If any of you guys see these guys, we're putting 10 million
wanted
bounty,
posters.
we're putting bounty on their head.
You're putting
There
your-
needs to be a bounty on
You're putting
Howdy's.
Uncle Howdy. We're coming for you, nigga.
Bro, I can't lie. This should be first to catch Uncle Howdy, bro. Uncle Howdy Championship. So, honestly, you beat me on the title like this, bro. Because, boy, who the hell is going to fight these supernatural forces? Boy, they're going to hit the head with the hammer. Is it the hammer that says help? They're going to say that out loud. Help! Fam, the hammer has help on it. That's serious, you know. Imagine someone coming over shaking and says help. No, deep it.
It's mad.
Bro, deep it, fam. But yeah,
Just a quick question to you guys. Yeah. Do you guys believe in Joe Hendry?
oh yes, yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
God.
It was good to see it.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I just wish they just done it at Scotland. Like,
Yeah.
why couldn't they find somewhere to put him there? in
Where
front
would
of
you
the
put
British
him?
crowd?
Pre-show. There's no pre-show.
Not a pre-show necessarily, but
I don't even think something like that needs to make sense.
They could have just announced the figures.
In the middle of the show.
yeah, they could have just announced figures or something like that, and he just interrupts and stuff. But he looks like he's getting himself into a little program with Shawn Michaels or something.
Yeah.
Not that Shawn Michaels gonna come wrestle, but
Can't
yeah.
lie, WWE are taking him and Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
word.
100%.
100%.
Word.
People like telling me, "Oh, this is good for TNA," and I'm like, "No, this is not." They're
Yeah.
taking Jordan Grace,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
which her contract expires the first quarter of 2025, and then they're gonna get Joe Hendry because Joe Hendry, that pop he got on NXT,
And the promo he got was sick as well.
Yeah. He's always been a great promo, great character. The songs are amazing, and he's a ready-made WWE act already. So he's the perfect guy for them to bring from TNA to bring to NXT.
I've got. Do you know when I saw Frank Kazarian come out on Instagram? When I saw him come out on Instagram, I saw him on
done
Instagram
well.
first, and I was like, "Oh, flip sake, what the hell? I want bigger surprises." But yeah, I can't lie, he actually
Yeah,
actually decent
well.
yesterday.
Well, man.
When it comes to TNA, Frankie Zarian's as big as he gets.
Yeah, that's true.
It's funny fact.
No, it's facts.
Oh, man.
No, because I feel like there's bigger.
In TNA, outside of Josh Alexander.
Names, not just
name
like
that.
good wrestlers. No,
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, bro?
We're gonna say Moose.
Moose.
I like Moose. He's just in the system, so I can't like him.
Exactly.
I can't like Moose.
He said he wants to do like a Nigerian world order where it has
What?
Bro, hear this, bro. This is mad.
I'm the manager.
Obafemi, Omos, him and him.
So he just said, fuck Apollo Crews.
I don't think Apollo Crews is mentioned.
he's only picked people that he can't lose
Maybe
to.
came after, but that's what I saw come up. they were speaking in pidgin and they were saying how they want to have them three should link up.
I can't lie. I'll be there still. As long as there's no Nigerian drum match, I'll be there.
Nigerian drum match. What match is Gungudugu?
Fucking Nigerian drum match.
No, but
They
it's
didn't use drums.
But that's what you meant. Bro, I'm on West Africa myself, man. Don't do this, man. Gungudu. Come on, man. Is that not the noise? Don't be silly, man. You've been to weddings, bro. All the guys do the MC. Come on, man. Gungudu. MS, come, you've been married. You do traditional. You done traditional, innit?
Yeah.
What they play? Gungudu. The guy came out. No, the guy came out and said this song. Come on, man. The guy came and said, if you want to be my lover, you know what I'm talking about, man. Come on, man.
Yo.
Hey, yo, who do you think is gonna? Well, do you think WWE is gonna send anyone to TNA?
They already have
Tatum Paxley was at Against All Odds.
He's like, who?
And I'm sorry to say to TNA fans, I think that's like the level
What you're
they're
getting.
gonna give you.
Yeah.
The
Like,
it's gonna
I'm
be
think-
NXT talent.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be up and coming NXT talent. We might get Brooks Jensen going over to TNA.
He was at
already-
any show, like
Yeah, he already
last year.
teased it.
Yeah.
I can see that. I can see.
The most will be
AJ.
maybe AJ.
I think they should have sent Roxanne over.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
they should have sent Roxanne over.
That would have been good for them
Yeah.
as well.
What about no. What Drew quitting? I definitely feel like he should fly.
Drew is going to turn up to SmackDown on Friday, and then CM Punk is gonna say, "I'm click," and he's gonna catch a claymore.
Do you think that's when it's gonna happen?
I like that. I like
I
that.
thought they.
I think that's it. I think Punk is, from what he said at the press conference, he's probably good to go.
Yeah.
But they need to find a way to get to SummerSlam. So this is gonna ultimately write him off for a couple more weeks. And then by then Money in the Bank would have happened. And then
You can even see that we're getting a proper serious Drew now, because even the promo, he looked completely different. Something in his face changed. Yeah. So I think he's definitely gonna go for that. No more Twitter stuff. No more hanky panky.
he turned
stuff
off his
straight.
socials apparently.
Yeah,
Yeah, he deleted his Instagram.
Wait, so at Money in the Bank is Seth and
Drew,
Damien Priests.
I don't understand that one.
if it ended up being
Rollins is
Punk
doing the
and
job, innit?
Drew, then
Yeah,
What do you mean, Joe?
I mean, if it's
losing.
he's losing to Priest.
They're building
Why?
up Priest before Priest loses to Gunther, maybe.
Yeah, they gotta
believe it,
make
man.
Priest in this title reign, because right now the title is trying to make Priest, and that never works.
Yeah.
So they have to give him credibility, building wins. Yeah. They think that was that with Drew McIntyre. I don't, because it took Punk to help him win. He needs to beat Seth Rollins clean to really make himself a main eventer moving forward.
I agree. I think on paper, we'll get over that Drew one. Because
Yeah.
on paper, no
Yeah.
one will know. We'll just say he beat Drew in it.
Yeah.
And he beat, obviously, the other guy that they call main event, JAE EAUX.
But he needed the Judgment Day's help for that. He
Again,
needed the Judgment Day's help to
the history-
beat
the history
Rey
books don't say
Mysterio,
that.
who's 2 feet shorter than him. Like I'm like, yo, yeah, like show some respect to Damien Priest. That's my New York brethren.
I hear it.
You know, Puerto Rican stand up. You know, I'm with Damien Priest. I want him to be successful, but the booking has done him no favors.
Yeah.
I ain't starting this press conference till everybody rises. for
Yes,
Judgment
that was
Day.
great.
That's sick.
Yeah. But yeah, if he said his defenses are going to come against main event JAE EAUX, Drew McIntyre, and then beat Rollins, he's going to look, on paper at least, brilliant by the time he goes to face Gunther in August, and then Gunther presumably wins. So,
Do you guys think he needs to defend the title more?
Damien Priest.
Yeah.
the
Outside
problem
of just pay-per-views, maybe like 1 or 2 defenses on Raw.
I think he's had that. He had one with
was
Jey
JAE
Uso.
Was that on pay-per-view or on
That was
Raw?
on-
No,
that was
that was
that
on
was Raw.
Backlash.
That was Backlash.
Yeah,
That was
that
on
was
Backlash.
Why didn't he have a
Okay.
match on Raw or SmackDown for the title? And he
No,
won.
he's
Not
only
for the
he's only
title.
defended it on PLEs.
That was a house show.
yeah.
Yeah.
That must have been the Madison Square Garden show that he had the match.
I don't necessarily feel like he needs to defend it more. He needs to win one of these matches clean. He needs to be
Yeah,
a legitimate
yeah.
main eventer like Seth Rollins clean. That's what he needs in his title reign. He doesn't, because I'm sorry, Seth Rollins, the early part of his world heavyweight title run
sick.
until to me,
You like it?
I'm sorry.
loved
His
it.
first defense was against Damien Priests after he came off a loss. His second defense was against Braun Breaker after he lost to the developmental champion of Carmelo Hayes, and then he just asked for a world heavyweight title shot, and he went to NXT. Would Roman show up on NXT to defend
But
the
that was the
undisputed
problem.
title?
Remember they were doing the
no.
whole thing where Rollins was trying to fight everybody.
Yeah.
But I like
that was
Yeah.
I think that was the issue.
No one
It
was
kinda devalued
like trying to fight to get the title shot. He was just
Yeah.
giving out title
Yeah,
shots.
yeah.
It wasn't
That
until
was the
Drew really built up his title and wanted it and desired it. That's when his reign got elevated.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I did like it, well, because I liked it. The foot was like Roman isn't actually defending his title. We've got a champion here that's doing it. That's what I liked about it. But when you put it like that, it makes sense. Let's talk about this Noah and WWE collaboration quickly. AJ Styles got announced. He's having a match with Marufuji. I don't think I've watched a full Marufuji match, but I've seen clips of Marufuji. And yeah, he's sick. How'd you guys feel about it?
He's everybody's daddy. He's everybody's daddy, honestly. I like the fan in me, I could not wait for this match, honestly. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, this is going to be Marufuji and Ibushi. Let's be honest.
Yeah, man.
People don't know what AJ Styles is.
AJ's not washed. Like,
People don't know what AJ Styles is.
I like Ibushi, but he's washed.
He's cooked.
Yeah.
He's washed. I feel like this match is going to be a special match. This is for the sickos. Watch his match against Will Ospreay. That happened last year.
Yeah. Is that when we also dressed up as Hayabusa?
No, that's when he wear like the green attire. That's like their color over there. Like that was I think that was Marufuji's anniversary show. But I've been a Marufuji fan. Like we said at the top of the show, I went to all the Ring of Honor events, so that's when I first got to see Marufuji, and I got all the DVDs of him versus Nigel McGuinness, him versus Bryan Danielson in Ring of Honor. Like he is like the guy that I represented Noah for such a long time. Him and Kenta were like the stalwarts of Noah and just became legends over like since the 2000s into this era. He's like that guy that everybody says is the GOAT of Noah. So for AJ Styles to come over and face him, especially after AJ's had two of his best matches of his WWE career against Cody Rhodes. So he's coming on a high right now, and he's going over to verse Marufuji. You know he's gonna bring his A game, going back to Japan where AJ Styles is just different in Japan.
He's a god over there.
Yo, he is a legend over there himself. With what was it, 2 years in New Japan, and he became like a bona fide legend in that run with the Bullet Club, and now he's coming over to verse Marufuji. That was huge to me because that was the one thing that I thought was missing from WWE working with these other companies. Like I said before, sending Tatum Paxley to TNA, I was just like, okay. And so did the crowd in Chicago. That was hot the whole night, and then Tatum Paxley came out. They was like, y'all know her? like they were like, yeah, but like,
she barely gets on NXT TV.
Yo,
if she's not creeping on or something, like
But
AJ Styles going over to Noah, that's a big deal. A former WWE champion, a guy that's just main evented Backlash in front of all those crazy fans in France, and then had an I Quit match for the WWE championship. This feels like a big deal, and it's on the same day that Io Sky is going to Marigold. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Even the graphic of AJ Styles in Murphy, the way the wind is blowing. Bro, I can't lie.
It's got that big fight feel to
Yeah.
it.
I really took a while on Sunday to believe that this was happening. Like I was waiting for outlets and stuff to confirm it because I thought, oh, this is fan made. Like it's not. It's not. It's not real.
When I first
Was
saw
he posted first? I was like, wait, what?
I didn't believe it. Yeah, I said the same, bro.
I think it just speaks to the relationship that WWE have with Abima, because this is the second time they sent Shinsuke
before,
Great Muda's retirement. So I'm intrigued to kind of see where this is going.
Boy, they're in there. People didn't want WWE to enter Japan.
Bro,
They're in there. The women with Noah, like they're there.
They got Mexico as well. Apparently, they're trying to find an outlet in Mexico and Puerto Rico to go to. So,
but this is why I keep saying, put some respect. Everybody wants to give credit. Oh, Paul Levesque. It's the Paul Levesque era. It's the Triple H era. He's another person I'm not too fond of. The person that made this all possible is the greatest signing in WWE history, Nick Khan. Nick Khan is the one that wanted to work with all these different companies. He's the one that bring international PLEs. Nick Khan deserves more credit. I'm sick of Triple H taking all the credit for himself.
No, that's a good shout.
That's the middleman. That's the middleman you were talking about last week. What? If you want to see AEW and WWE It'll probably be Nick Khan, bro.
I think we agreed on that.
Yeah,
Agreed on that.
that's a
Yeah,
shout.
be Nick Khan.
I think Triple H is just, he's obviously got a lot of fan swell and people like Triple H and the stuff he done in NXT, but he's merely obviously the face of a lot of just stuff that's happening. That's why he gets the plaudits in it. But there's obviously the business heads behind the place. Aren't WWE running their own like live show in Japan as well?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
When is that?
That's in July, man.
That's at the end of July. Yeah. So
Jesus, they're really in there, like.
Marigold is basically NXT Japan.
Yeah.
Like Rossi already came out.
Women's Japan.
They probably had to send him an email like, shh, don't say anything, because he did that whole interview where he was like, yeah, Triple H was the one that pushed me to make Marigold, and Triple H was probably like, nigga, you snitch. Like
Man came out and said that Triple H pushed him. That Triple H said, "Oh, if you need any help, that I'm here."
He called Triple H in it.
That's the type of you can't give him advice. You have to say, but it's up to you. Like, it's up to you.
I wouldn't do it,
but it's up to you.
It's up to you, bro. Yeah, that's funny.
It is basically NXT for Japanese talents, Japanese women. Yeah.
Speaking of Japan, quickly,
Mr.
G1.
Segway.
G1, we've got G1 coming up.
Yeah.
Our guy Takeshita, he has been announced representing DDT and AEW.
He needs to run and have a great run in this tournament, man.
let's go.
We're getting Takeshita versus
man.
Suji first match.
Yeah.
His first match.
That is how you open a
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah.
That is
That,
literally
bro,
how
the
you
way
open a tournament.
Takeshi's gonna run the ropes here and do you know what's it called? Mushroom explosion. Mushroom explosion, bro.
Gabe is in it, which is great.
Yeah. Okay, Gabe and Kaito, we didn't even talk.
Oh, Gabe and Kaito.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. What a fucking star-making match that was, man.
Yeah.
That match was fucking brilliant.
What did you think?
I saw the highlights. I haven't watched the full match, but it looks sick.
I haven't seen
Gabe
it
looks
yet.
good in blood. Gabe looks good blooded.
I loved how once he bled, he took it to another level. Like he changed gears completely.
Yeah.
Like he was like, he saw his blood. He was like,
I love when
he
people
was like,
do that. Though.
all right.
Yeah,
He started
To me,
slapping him. He
Yeah,
started
yeah.
hitting him harder. That's when they started trading the suplexes. Then he's like, I'm a madman. He gets hit with the poison Rana. Like, yo, that match, that match was amazing. I love that match. That was like my top rated. I do star ratings on Twitter. Shout out to @TrueHills SP3. And that was my top match this week. Like I gave that 4 3/4 stars, nearly 5 stars. I thought it could have went like 5 more minutes and been even better. It's like that was like you said, a star-making performance by Gabe Kidd.
Yeah,
I think Gabe needs more stuff like this, man.
Yeah, and he's in the perfect block. He's in the A block with Naito, with Zack Sabre Jr., with Shota Umino, who is hurt himself. I don't know if he's going to be.
Yeah,
He's got a hip injury, so I don't know if but he's in there with Shingo Takagi, who he had a banger with earlier this year. So he's going to have a great G1. I think he might get in the mix for because it's the top 3 out of the block make it to the playoff. So I think he can be in that top 3 in the A block.
That'll be good for Gabe, man.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
I think New Japan just need to take their thumbs out their ass and just get shit cracking, man. Let's let these boys be stars.
We
man.
need new stars, yeah.
Let's let these boys be stars. So.
Gabe is
Who
right.
did you guys see winning it?
The G1.
If Shota was well,
He was my pick.
yeah, that's the guy I'm going to go with. Yeah. Or
Maybe
Suji.
Suji.
Or if they wanna, if these men are bad boys, they're not bad boys of Japan, yeah. They're bad boy, then they should give it to Gabe.
I was gonna say.
I think Zach, man.
Zach is
we on the same
has to
page.
be
Yeah.
Zach.
If it's
Zach
not,
is-
if
Is that the bad boy? Is that the bad boy prediction?
Zach needs to be elevated.
yeah, because,
that's- okay, he
because
needs to-
Zach
okay.
is just one big win away from being a top guy in New Japan. They only have Naito right now.
Yeah.
Naito is the main top guy in New Japan because they never want to give Shingo Takagi love because Shingo Takagi should be one of the top,
top
guys
guys.
there. But
Yeah, yeah.
Zach seems like he's on the cusp of having that big moment. I thought that he should have won the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship from Naito, not John Moxley. They did that little run. It's fine. Moxley got his good moment, and they're probably going to put the title on Naito at Forbidden Door, but Zach needs this win. And if Shota Umino's not there, Shota Umino was my favorite because you got to make one of those 3 Musketeers. And since Suji won the New Japan Cup, it made sense for Shooter to win the G1, to win the title at Wrestle Kingdom. But if he's not going to be around, if he's hurt, then you give it to Zach, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm all for Zach winning G1 and then January he's crowned champion.
Yeah.
Like I think it's time. He's of age, innit? Like
fair.
let's make these new champions. This is someone that people want to see. There was a lot of outrage when he won the TV title again. Like, what are you doing with him, sort of thing? Why are we going backwards? Like, so yeah, man, just get the balls and do it, man.
Yeah.
So what? Naito's dropping. I mean, Naito's winning the belt at Forbidden Door. You guys think?
Prediction wise, I don't know.
I felt it was telling that John Moxley wasn't added to the G1 this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that maybe that's for me kind of pushed me to that. Okay, cool. Naito's definitely.
But Naito is in the G1.
But Naito's
ain't he?
in G1.
Naito's in G1, yeah.
So, but if Naito, but when does the G1 end?
August 18th
But
is the final.
if Naito beats Moxley, does
But
that?
champions can usually.
Yeah,
be in
champions
the
are always in the G1.
But what does if you win the G1? Does that give you a title?
You get
shot?
to pick the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you get to pick.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. That's like a Royal Rumble then.
Yeah.
But he wasn't going to win anyways.
Nah.
Yeah. Naito.
Champions never win the G1.
That makes sense. Makes sense. So,
It's good to have Takeshita in there.
yeah.
Like, we've been asking for this. I wish he got this where he works as opposed to having to seek it outside the company. But even to see DDT and New Japan kind of come together to sort this out is good as well.
It just doesn't make sense why he didn't get a shot at the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship at Double or Nothing. Why did they do the Eliminator matchup? Because Meltzer came out with the report. Oh, it's because he's a DDT wrestler. So why is he now in New Japan's top tournament?
Yeah,
like that
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
make that doesn't make
I
sense to
think
me.
I'm trying to protect the defenses
Yeah.
that John Moxley has. So I think it's tied at the moment with Sonada.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
so-
true.
So what, they want Sonada to have more defenses than him?
No, they're both tied. So I don't think they wanted him to beat it.
Why not?
I don't know. I think they're very picky when it comes to like the amount of defenses, how someone.
Even though they went and gave it to Moxley in the first place.
So wait, Sonada's not in the G1.
Yeah, he is.
He is.
Oh, he's in
is.
G1. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
He is, but he's fallen.
Is his gimmick changing?
No, he's
just
still.
walking
he's
out
still-
doing this.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Stalking out
still
in-
Sonata with
Coming
no
from the
personality.
coolest guy.
Like
But so he's still got the nice looking hair, still wearing the
Yeah.
suits. Okay, that's the Sonada I like, to be honest.
It's
not
not
doing
the best
nothing
Sonada.
I mean, good
It's not the
looking
best
Sonada,
Sonada.
innit? Good looking Sonada,
When
yeah.
I think I can't remember what year it was. Whenever it was the pandemic, when Evil won the world title, them times is when Sonada. That's when you had to kind of take the gamble with the right person and not Evil.
Yeah.
Evil was the wrong person to take the gamble with.
Yeah.
Didn't pay off at all.
How was that even Moxley match, by the way?
Which Moxley match?
Evil
Dominion,
Moxley.
Oh,
Yeah.
Evil
Okay,
Moxley.
it's okay.
It was a House of Torture matchup, but it was entertaining with Moxley using a barbed wire bat on all of them.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool. Other than that, no.
New Japan never used to do this shit. They're going extreme, bro.
Because the Japanese fan love House of Torture, so it's like, what can he do?
That's the
problem.
They don't love House of Torture. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of this. I got told this so many times last year. My boy Kieran, shout out to him. He was like, oh yeah, you know, House of Torture is really popular in the US. They ranked 4th out of all the factions in Japan. I was like, I would never go to somebody and say, my kid is better than your kid because my kid got 4th place in a spelling bee. Like, what the hell? Like, what is 4th place such a big deal to you?
You loser.
You had 3 people that were better than you.
Was that what with American fans?
No. That was with Japanese fans.
Oh.
Yeah.
4th place is crazy. So.
That's crazy.
Celebrating mediocrity.
You're 4th place. Like, what?
Should we discuss this whole Kevin Kelly situation? Him suing AEW.
What happened?
So he got fired from AEW, correct me if I'm wrong, because of
Was it some views he had or something like that?
He made comments online like complaining about AEW and their HR department, and he's done like 2 interviews. One, I forget the first outlet he did it with, and then he recently did an interview with Eric Bischoff. Yeah, I was like, I see where this is going. But he basically explained that, you know, he got hired for Collision and everything was going well. And then he went back to Japan for the G1. And at that time, Ian Riccaboni, who he used to work with in Ring of Honor and was working in AEW, went on a New Japan Discord and basically was talking about his political views and how
Riccaboni was.
Yeah, Riccaboni
Okay.
was talking about Kevin Kelly having weird political views and supporting a QAnon movie and stuff like that. And Kevin Kelly,
what's Q1, by the way?
I don't even know.
I see CM Punk use that same word.
Yeah.
Q1, oh yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he basically said that he went to the HR department and complained about it, and they told him that they were going to handle it privately. And then, but he said he didn't like that. He wanted Ian Riccaboni to apologize to him. They didn't do that to him. Do that for him. Huh? For basically bad mouthing him, to other people. So he basically went online and was complaining about Ian Riccaboni and complaining about the HR department, and they fired him for that. So now he says he's gonna sue AEW because of that.
Unlawful dismissal.
But that's happened a lot. Like obviously outside wrestling, I've seen people been fired for some stuff like that, and they've literally sued the company and they've made bread from it. So I think AEW might be a tough one though.
Why didn't we get like Tony Khan coming out and say, here in AEW, this is where the best wrestle, get yourselves in the ring, and this is how we sort it out? It's a joke.
Wait, you trying to tell me Kevin
Kevin Riccaboni, I'll be there. I'll be there. Main event collision, I'll be there. I didn't watch that shit.
The graphic alone will be funny.
House of Dragon presents the Riccaboni.
House of Dragon.
He's gonna get a mask again.
House of Dragon presents.
House of Dragon. That's a series. That's it. The whole army versus Big Bro. Oh, fam. Hey, that's hilarious, man.
I never really liked Kevin Kelly on AEW TV just because I think I've just heard his voice synonymous with New Japan and like he just fits with there and Riccaboni had like more American TV energy, should I say. And Kevin Kelly he was obviously a great commentator, but I don't think he ever fit for me personally.
I don't think I've ever. I liked him as a backstage. I remember he was in WWF, and I liked him as a backstage stuff. But even when I found out it was him that was on commentary, I think I was watching one New Japan show and I was like, wait, that's the same guy that was on WWE that The Rock used to paw. And now he's doing this. But yeah, I think when I heard him on Collision as well, I don't think he was really in there like that. McGuinness was popping, enjoying himself. He was there, but he wasn't really giving jokes and stuff. He was just like,
I felt it was quite awkward with them too when
Yeah.
they first started off in Collision.
Yeah.
But now McGuinness has found his stride.
yeah, he's funny, fam.
He's
so
He's the best commentator they got, not named Tony Storm.
What did he say about Brian? What did you say
He
about
said, Brian Danielson's a
too much-
vegan.
yeah,
He eats until he ate too much meat, apart from he can't stop eating brie. Something to that effect.
That was
I have a question for you guys. Are we getting McGuinness and Danielson this year?
Yes, because I will be front row.
Are we getting
For
them
that
this
match?
year?
Floss seats at the Knicks, yeah?
Where? Where?
Floss seats at the Knicks.
Fucking
All in.
So
Apparently
Danielson.
McGuinness has been cleared.
Yeah. I've seen. So Danielson is obviously in the Owen. So unless we get something like McGuinness costs him within the Owen or something like that, how else do we get there?
He moves his tie.
I don't know. I think Danielson should just go to the ring. Listen, I've been, as BCC, be watching the tape back.
You've been talking.
You've been chatting shit. Let's do what we do best. We're the best wrestle. Let's get.
I got something to get off my chest. McGuinness, come to the ring.
Maybe McGuinness should come and do, I don't know, on Collision. Maybe he does one of his magic shows, and then I don't know. He gets
What magic show?
He does a magic show.
I don't know.
He does a magic show.
You're the one that's gonna get his magic show. He said you want
You want a spooky? Now you don't want spooky anymore.
You don't want spooky anymore.
Now I want a spooky,
want a
but
spooky
I don't want a spooky Baruki. I see the thing that was Osprey. That was sick when he said Osprey lift him. He couldn't lift him. That was sick.
No, but that's for social media. He should do it live, middle of the ring.
And then
Get Maria May to be his assistant, and then get Danielson to come out, and then he has like a wooden box. He has a wooden box. Hear me out. Let me land. He has a wooden box. He open and he gets the cover, and it's like a baseball bat, and he fucking hits Danielson. He said, "Fuck you, I'm clean." House of Dragon presents me.
House of Dragon presents.
Oh, fam.
I don't know. We need to get there because as much as I'm enjoying the commentary, I love it. But at some point, it's like, okay, cool. There needs to be some sort of like
payoff.
There needs to be some payoff.
At the same time, it isn't necessarily.
We need them and commentary together.
That would be good.
Yeah,
that'd be
and that's when the beat
Danielson
starts.
was really good during the what's that thing they done in WWE?
Oh, the Cruiserweight Classic.
The Cruiserweight
He was
Classic.
great.
He was really good then.
Was it him and Mauro Ronaldo?
Yeah,
yeah. They were a great pairing.
But yeah, they don't need
He's
to
a
necessarily
good
do it
concept,
now because I guess Danielson is semi-retiring. He ain't gonna pack it in altogether. Like he'll come back for some other big shows here and there next year. So they could run it elsewhere or all in next year.
You're here for All In, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to make it to All In, but we gotta get Bryan versus Shingo at Forbidden Door. That's
The Dragon.
We need that. We need that.
Can we get the announcement, please? Get the announcement, please.
House of Dragons presents Shingo Takagi versus
American Dragon versus Japanese Dragon.
The fans go wow! Yeah. I think that should be the match. That should be the match at Forbidden Door. If they're going to literally strike out now, because Forbidden Door is next Sunday.
Next Sunday?
Yeah, next Sunday. Yeah.
Week from Sunday.
Yeah, June 3rd. Same day as Basement Grooves. Get your tickets now. Basement Grooves. Tickets in the description. Go grab them. Next Hustle event is July the 9th as well. Go grab your tickets there as well. If you got any announcements, bro. Any announcements? Obviously, we're not going to show, but just show announcements.
Well, check out the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. We there 7 days a week. Consistent content. AE Ramble is where we review AEW Dynamite, the best AEW Dynamite review in the land, because I do it every single week with Jimmy Macaram, who hates Tony Khan. He literally has told me he hates Tony Khan with a passion.
If he saw me, it's on site.
We literally cannot let him go on a conference call. He wants to keep going on the conference call and ask Tony Khan, "Why are you an imbecile?" That's what he said. He said that's how he feels.
And I think you can't even remove. You have to X him off the call.
we literally got a disclaimer. We had one of our fans make a disclaimer for him because he usually offends people with his comments on Tony Khan and his comments in general, because Jimmy Macaram is reckless. But yeah, check that out. And the flagship podcast every Saturday, 11:05 a.m. Eastern time. Myself, Miss Chrissy Love, True Jaw Josh. So True Hill Heat YouTube channel.
Yeah, make sure you go check that out, man. I can't lie. I think when NK was on your podcast, I was out and I came back and you were streaming. And when I said you're still streaming, so I was like, bro, this guy's been streaming for nearly 4 hours, bro. I was like, this is lit.
You do content outside of wrestling as well, don't you?
Yes. We have a second channel, True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment, where
sick.
right now we're reviewing Power Book 2 Ghost.
I've been watching
Is that good, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm loving that, can't lie. I'm watching the reviews.
No, thanks, man. Like the premiere, man. That premiere was like an action movie, yo. Like,
What do you mean? As in, the premiere show?
Season 4.
Season 4.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think it's the last season.
Yeah, that's the last season.
Yeah.
I think though, because they had Power Book 4 Force is now being canceled too. So I think they're gonna combine it. I think they're gonna bring Tariq and Tommy together for one show. That's what I think they're gonna.
Apparently, they're gonna be mega powers. They're gonna be about Ghost and have Ghost and thing.
They're doing Power Book 5 Origins, which is Tommy and Ghost coming up. Coming up. Yeah. So
You need to give me a review on Dark Matter, because I've been seeing a lot of people
Dark
talk about
Matter
Dark
is
Matter.
great. I can't lie to you. Dark Matter.
Is it Black Mirror? Or is it Black Mirror type show? Or is it just
esque? But you have to watch it, honestly.
I
I was listening to Joe Budden's review on that. I was like, let me try it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's everything.
That's when I heard it, and I was like, I think that should be a next thing to watch.
I'm trying to watch that.
I'm waiting for Long Legs to come out as well. You guys have Long Legs?
Long Legs?
There's a horror film called Long Legs. Nicolas Cage.
Why are you so childish?
The trailer.
Why are you so childish?
The trailer for it have been like scary. Bro.
Why are you so childish?
Yeah.
This guy's a big you know.
Hey, Max, uppercut him, please.
This is the person that needs to be giving Doomsday device now. Even 3D.
Trust me, bro.
Yo, can we hear from some blacks before
Yeah, we heard
we
from you.
end today?
Yeah, sorry, Scud up. I'm just listening to everyone, man.
I got
I find
a
it
question
fucking
for you.
hilarious. Talk to me.
We have a question for you. Oh, The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Was he a heel?
Don't take a hill.
Throughout his whole career?
Like on average?
general.
On average, what would you say? More often than not, was he a heel?
No.
Despite, think of some of the things he done along the way.
As a general character?
Kidnap.
Oh yeah, he's an evil bastard. yeah. No, he's an evil bastard.
Kidnap him.
No, he's a heel. Yeah, he is. He is. But obviously the hero. But no, overall, he's actually mad. Yeah.
Undertaker's never been a hero in my eyes.
Not to me.
I mean, I wouldn't look up to someone they call the dead man.
I can't lie. From time he kidnapped Teddy Long, I said,
No, what about? Where to, Stephanie?
no, yeah, definitely. No, he's a heel.
Blacks, how do you find Clash of the Castle?
Clash of the Castle was good. I found it okay. I think the whole, Drew McIntyre, he should have won it, but I knew CM Punk was going to come. It was just like, it's going to happen, isn't it? Sort of thing. But overall, yeah, good pay-per-view. I found it okay. Raw was pick-up.
Yeah.
Sorry, pick up basically means epic.
Okay.
The EF. Sorry, I'm getting in it. I'm getting in it. I'm
It's
getting in it. I'm
epic
getting in it.
spelled
I'm getting in it. The
backwards.
EF. But yeah, amazing.
It definitely isn't.
It's so dumb.
But no, Raw.
Keep it.
I think for me that was definitely the best Raw which I've seen in a very long time.
Better than Mama Rhodes. Rock when he rock.
Look at it now, boy. Obviously not. But it's close. It's close. It's close still.
I'm gonna make it
But
bleed,
yeah,
mama.
man.
I'ma make him bleed, Mama Rose.
I've got a question for you guys. Yeah. Yo. So I think we got 7 minutes left. But my question to you guys is this: we've seen how this bloodline thing is happening. How do you see Roman Reigns coming back, and when do you want Roman Reigns to come back? This is a question for everyone.
This is gonna be like there's a slight stench of comedy in this, but I think it's very serious.
Go on.
He's coming back to save Paul Heyman. That's who is gonna draw him out of his seat to come back to
See the
SmackDown.
clips. on
Heyman crying?
Insta that Heyman looked up to the sky.
Started
and
crying.
said, Roman.
During when the fans were shouting Roman.
Roman is not dead.
When
looked up to
the
the sky and
fans
said,
were shouting,
"Roman."
the fans were shouting, "We want Roman," and he was like,
Please. Wherever you are, man.
"Yeah, it's." Well, I don't know where it's gonna happen because Solo said, was it this past week to Paul Heyman, if he doesn't win, he's coming after him,
Yeah.
and Solo didn't win.
No, he did. He did.
His match against who did he
Against
face?
Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
Oh, did he
Yeah,
win?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because of Heyman, because Owens hit him with the stunner and Heyman put his foot on
his
the rope.
foot. I remember. Yeah. But yeah, it's gonna be Paul Heyman that draws him back to WWE,
Yeah.
saving the wise man.
SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Depends when.
Yeah, I
depends
think
when we
they're
go.
gonna wait till after
Rumble.
SummerSlam.
Bad blood. The bloodline. Honestly, no.
It's a good shout. It's a good shout.
Bad
It's a
blood
good
is
shout.
happening.
It's a good shout.
3D chess.
And I
over
think
here.
we're bad blood. That's where
That's October, I think. they
October,
said.
and I think that's where that's where we have what do you call it?
House of Dragons presents.
Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk. That's the final. I think that's
McIntyre
ever Hell in a
thing.
Cell.
I think we'll probably might get Cody and AJ again.
There's gonna be Hell in a Soul, so I think they should probably do it there.
Yeah, Cody and AJ right now
Bring
probably.
my
fit
judgment.
there.
Bring my judgment day as well, bro. The Judgment Day pay per view.
I think
The
slowly.
Judgment Day can actually Judgment Day. The Judgment Day. And Judgment Day
Man
square.
said Judgment Day. Judgment Day.
It's our show. Judgment Day algebra.
Actually,
Judgment
those
Day,
papers named after wrestlers. I miss it.
like the rock bottom.
Yeah.
That was like in your house, though, isn't it?
But,
Yeah.
That was part of in your house.
Yeah.
And your house was sick, man. I enjoyed that pay per view, man. It was some good matches.
Sid, who do you think's winning Money in the Bank?
Oh dear God, no! Please, no! I'm sorry. They made the most interesting character in the bloodline into a bona fide clown. He's a circus clown
What did I
that
say?
just says yeet, yeet,
What
yeet
did
this,
I
yeet
say?
that, yeet that,
Yeah, I
yeet
was
that.
with you,
Yo, you go
A man
back,
that had layers.
yo.
A man that was crumbling. He just became a yeet machine, bro.
Oh my God, yo.
He became a yeet machine, bro.
The yeet machine, yes.
The man said to the camera the other day, "Oh, I'm gonna win Money in the Bank. Oh, scratch that. I'm gonna win Yeet in the Bank. Fuck off."
You see what I mean?
Yeets in the
You
bank.
see what I mean? It's becoming a joke. It's actually becoming a
bro.
joke. It's a foolery.
You want the Joe that was doing this, innit?
It's a joke.
That's the point.
That's him. That's him.
Yeah. I'm gonna say yeet, yeah.
It was. I think it was the Hell in a Soul when he done this against Roman. Yeah.
I can't lie to you. I said to you, man, after that moment, I lost respect for him.
Joe was like, "Why did you do?"
I have no respect for him.
This
In the
man
middle
had
of a
layers.
feud.
He punched him and he went.
In the middle of a feud.
Roman Reigns, you know. Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns beat him up with
I
him.
can't lie.
He
I would
had
have called the
layers.
audible. I'm not doing this. I would have just said finger poke with doom. I'm landing. Nah, they win. I'm good.
You should have sent a message from
Go ahead.
Gorilla, and the referee turns around to Jay and says that, "Oh, Triple H should get out of the ring."
Get the hell out of here. Match is off. But yeah, man. SP3 has been amazing having you on the podcast, man.
Yeah, he said, "Who's gonna win?"
Oh, you said
He just said not. He said not Jay.
Yeah, just not Jay. Just not Jay, dear God. I want to go with, even though he lost the triple threat, Finn Balor. I feel like the setup that they did with Balor, because I wanted Balor to win the World Heavyweight Championship last year while Damien Priests had the Money in the Bank briefcase, where you can have the Money in the Bank winner in the same stable as the World Heavyweight Champion. So just do it in reverse. I wanted them to do this 2 years ago when Sammy was just trying out with the Bloodline. I wanted him to win the Money in the Bank and be in the stable with Roman, but now they have the chance to do it again, do a last chance thing for Finn Balor to get in there, and Finn wins Money in the Bank.
I think Liv should help him as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Cashes in same night.
Ooh.
He wins it, cashes it in immediately with Liv's help.
But that means he loses against Gunther.
Who?
Finn. Because when there's
That's not a problem.
when there's Gunther's
As long as his reign is longer than one day.
Longer than one
Gunther-
day.
I was gonna ask when there's the clause, when there's the SummerSlam.
I don't necessarily think that's a big issue. Obviously, we don't like to see anyone going to get dogged out, but yeah, it's gone far at this point.
I'm gonna
So-
No, because look at his face. Before you look at me, look at me.
No, what is it?
What did I say?
What's up, Dal?
Look at him.
I said before I choose that one.
He said dog down. And I'll be like,
Bro, massive, bro.
And women's Money in the Bank, Tiffany Stratton.
So Owen, both Owens.
Men's Owen, my pick from the beginning has been MJF. MJF versus Swerve at All In. That feels like a money-made main event matchup. And then Will can face Ricochet for the International Championship. Women's Owen, I'm more confident. It has to be Mariah May.
Yeah.
Mariah May,
Yeah,
because
it's her.
Timeless Tony Storm put her in the tournament.
her,
And
yeah.
now it turns back on her where she wins it and now has to face Timeless Tony Storm.
Yeah.
Which that is the best story going on in AEW. Like,
100.
long form. As far as the women, it might be the greatest woman storyline AEW's ever done.
You're correct.
It's a threesome. It's a threesome with her, Mariah May, and Mina Shirakawa. How are you not in love with that? Come on.
AEW where the breast wrestle.
Yes,
The breast wrestle. No, you're right. You're bang on. It's the best story. It's not everyone's favorite story, which I'm sure you'll hear about. But yeah. No, but you're right. It is the best. It is.
To be honest, I'm not mad at Mariah May winning that and going on to, because I think that's what they're probably boiling down to. Versus Tony Storm, minute. Yeah, all in. So yeah, it's it, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
What's Jim here back? What's this injury? What is it, bro?
It doesn't look like it's anytime soon.
Spinal.
Final. Hey, SP3s have been amazing having you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Honestly, man. Where can they find you, bro? Plug yourself once again. Man.
Follow me on the Twitter machine at True Hill SP3. Like I said, the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, True Hill Heat Wrestling. We're trying to approach 20,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We're
Subscribe,
at
man.
15.
Massive,
We're at about
massive.
15.6 right now, so we're pushing along that way. And then True Hill Heat Sports and Entertainment is our second channel where we're doing a review for Power Book 2 Ghost. We're also going to be starting to do The Bear as well, reviews for The Bears, which is one of my favorite shows. And you can check out our X-Men 97 reviews that we did during that season as well. So check that out. I do written work with WrestleTalk, WrestleTalk.com. I'm there 5 days a week over there. And also I am on the Fightful Overbooked YouTube channel with Jeremy Lambert, where we talk about sports and we talk about reality television, trash reality, only trash reality.
Love Island?
I watched Love Island for a bit until my missus totally was like, I can't stand any of these girls, so we have to stop watching. So that's when we stopped watching.
fair.
Now I just strictly watch 90 Day Fiance with her.
That's great.
That's my joy. That's my joy.
Yeah.
So we talk about that on Fightful Overbook, and then I'm on the Fightful main channel with Kate reviewing ROH on Thursday. Yes, I have to watch ROH though. That's the only but I come with lists of classic ROH stuff during the reviews because there's not much to talk about with the weekly show. So check it out. Check us out. That's Thursday nights, and I think that's everything. Yeah, I'm on Sportskeeda as well. Sportskeeda Wrestle Binge reviewing SmackDown with Rick Ucchino and the legendary Dutch Mantel. Yes, Dutch Mantel likes black people. He does.
Mad.
He does. Don't let the gimmick fool you. He likes me. So I don't let him smile.
Before you even talk, I had this. Do you know the Patriot theme song? Him and Jack Swagger.
Yes.
We the people. Why did you turn it to trap?
Everybody blow your dick. This guy turned it to Shalabam.
Oh, fam. Hey, it's been a pleasure having you on, like I said, man. And I've been a Nafi.
Sam Blacks.
Doughboy.
Laps.
Hola.
Mex.
Wrestling's podcast where the breast wrestle by the Wrestling's podcast, the coolest wrestling podcast in the world. To tell everyone, by the Mandem.
For the Mandem.
Bow.
Bow.